If you didn't know by now, Sorare is a competitive football trading game, and what people on planet Earth like football the most? That's right, darts players. Wait, no, that's not right. It's of course football players that like football the most. So naturally, when a game like Sorare skirts all gambling laws, as the So5 competitions are in fact free to enter, that means professional football players are allowed to play and register on Sorare. So in the funding runs, Sorare have done, some footballers such as Gerard Pique and Cesar Azpilicueta have invested, and the biggest professional whale on the game right now would probably have to be Antoine Griezmann. So we'll look at his account in more detail in a bit, but basically to sum it up, some big footballers know about Sorare and what an awesome NFT game it is, so there's definitely some cool professional football player accounts to go through, and there's of course some of the weirder professional footballers who have entered Sorare as well. So we'll start off by looking at one of these players, Gianluca Scamacca. Now for anyone new to Sorare or who was unaware, these professional football players, when they sign up, they get verified by the Sorare team, they get a nice little green tick next to their name here, and then they get a special signed rare version of their card called a player edition card, and having this signature on the card is definitely a cool feature that some collectors will pay a good bit of money to get their hands on. Now Scamacca obviously caught wind of this, so he signed up, verified himself with the team, and got his nice shiny player edition card, and on that very same day, on the 8th of May 2021, he sold the card for free Ethereum, so a little over $10,000. So definitely very nice there. What's he going to do with this money? Reinvest it into his account, you know, maybe get a nice all-star rare team to compete each week? Nah, he just instead decided to immediately delete his account. I mean, fair play to the bloke for making a quick $10,000 and dipping out. Not sure why he wouldn't have just left his account dormant and come back and logged on in a year's time to get another free signature card, but there you go. It was all the hype in Discord that day, and of course it's very poignant that you can't spell Scamacca without scam. Another professional player who wasn't as quite as brazen in his lust for money is Nicolas Storm of KV Mechlin. Now he's actually having a really quality season for KV. He scored in 5 league games in a row at one point. I used to have his card and it was a great scoring card in So5, and he also happens to have an account on Sorare that has had not one but 2 player edition cards. Now both of these cards he collected from the team and sold for about 1 Ethereum, and considering he sold his first player edition card only a week or so after Scamacca, I think he sold himself a bit short there. Probably could have got a bit more. Now you can often see one of his signature cards on the market, currently up for just shy of 10 grand, so worth a fair chunk. And if you check his account, you can see in recent months he has actually started buying some limited players and a few rare players, so mostly from the Belgian Pro League as you'd expect, but he seems to actually be playing the game a bit now instead of just coming online once a year to sell his player edition card, so that's pretty cool. We've then also got Geoffrey Hermans, who incidentally has no hair. He also signed up, sold his card for 0.35 Ethereum, and is yet to do anything else with his account, so hopefully he can remember his password and login details in a year's time to get next season's player edition card and sell that on. Same with Benji Michel of Orlando, sold his player edition card for 0.4 Ethereum back in July and now has a dormant account. And then we have Anthony Fontana of Philadelphia Union, a youngish prospect who made their account back in the middle of August, got his player edition card from the team, and then just never did anything else with it. Doesn't use the account, didn't even sell the card. He could probably get a grand plus for this card, but it's just sat there in his account doing nothing. So I thought, you know what, might as well try my luck and send the man a cheeky tweet if he doesn't want the card. Unfortunately though, Anthony wasn't going for it. But hey, you know what? That's pretty fucking funny that the actual Anthony Fontana responded to my banter tweet, so I suppose that's one off the Sorare bucket list. Now there's quite a few other lesser known professional footballers dotted around Sorare, but seeing as I'm covering 10 professional footballers in this video, I thought I'd dive into some of the big names that are on Sorare, starting with the man, the myth, the German Timo Werner. Now he's been on Sorare since late June, currently has a gallery worth over $62,000, probably closer to $80,000 when you factor in that he has kept his player edition card, and looking at his club he seems to have a good mix of Champion and Challenger Europe cards to make some good teams. On the champion side, he's got Van Dijk, Rudiger, Kimmich, Frenkie de Jong, Lukaku, and himself as some of the big names, but then he's also got a very astute challenger account with Bijlow, Okafor, Gravenberch, and Gakpo making up the numbers, so he can definitely put together a strong team there for sure. Guaranteed that would be hitting the 2nd Ethereum threshold every week in All-Star Rare if he remembers to enter. And then moving on to the biggest professional well in Sorare, we have Antoine Griezmann of Atletico Madrid, previous podium place in the Ballon d'Or, and just immediately looking at his squad page, you can see there's some big cards in the Hall of Fame. It doesn't get any less shiny or impressive when you go to his overall page. Now, I previously did a video touring Griezmann's account a few months ago, so I won't go into too much detail here, but back when I made that video, his account was worth a little over $400,000, and now a few months later we can see on Sorare data that his account is worth about $500,000 when you factor in that he's got his player edition card. Now, obviously for these big name players like Griezmann and Werner, the expense on these accounts is nothing to them, you know, they're on multi-million-dollar a year deals, but regardless of that, you can't knock the Sorare account as a whole. It's definitely one of the most impressive accounts out there right now, especially when you just consider the unique stats on this account alone. So yeah, very nice account for Griezmann there. And then we'll move on to one of his French compatriots. We've got Clement Lenglet's Sorare account. Now, this account isn't nearly as impressive as Griezmann's, but Lenglet has only recently started buying players in the last month or so. He's got some respectable rares and super rares in the account. He's got his player edition Lenglet, which is 1 out of 100 as well, so that's pretty cool. He's got super rare Kante and Ousmane Dembele, and Lenglet recently purchased an Inter Milan bundle, so I mean, that seems to be a better source than any to confirm that Lenglet will be moving to Inter Milan in the not too distant future. Who needs player agents to confirm these things when we can just instead look at what bundles they're buying on Sorare? Looking at another Frenchman's account, we've then got Ousmane Dembele. Now, he may not play on the weekends in real life, but he certainly plays SO5 while he's sat there on the bench for Barcelona, amassing a club worth over $100,000. Now, he doesn't seem to have a player edition card in his own club, and he hasn't seemed to have sold one, so maybe he's just not got it yet, but he does have some other great cards such as super rare editions of Pogba, Werner, Theo Hernandez, as well as Lucky Digne and Ibanez's unique version, so certainly a respectable club there. Looks like he's a goalkeeper short of putting together a really good super rare side. And then heading into the last professional players account that we're going to be looking at, we have got one of the professional ambassadors for the game, Gerard Pique. Now, it took me about 10 minutes to find his manager on Sorare data due to that Spanish fucking umlaut over the E, but you know, we got there in the end, and we can see that Pique's account is worth about $200,000. He's got a bunch of rares in the account to compete in various SO5 competitions, and then looking at his super rare and unique collections, we can see he's got the Barca Wonder Kid Gavi's 1 out of 10 edition, a nice Alphonso Davies in the corner there as well, Eric Martel, Luis Milla and Fabio Santos unique cards, as well as some other great super rares here and there, so a wide range of leagues and types of players in the club covered, so we can see Pique really gets the spirit of the game and the method behind SO5, so no surprise to find out he's an investor if he knows what it's all about, and it's good to have him on board with such an impressive collection. So yeah, thanks for watching this amazing historic recap of the pro player scene on Sorare. Maybe one day us YouTubers can have a red tick next to our name or something, who knows, perhaps we will need at least 1,000 subscribers for that. So if you are not, do subscribe so I can get there sooner, like, comment and all that jazz down below, and if you aren't signed up to Sorare, do use my referral link shown on the screen, as after 5 purchases on the new card auction market, we'll both get a free limited card. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that card will probably be shite and be worth fuck all, but hey, it's free, and it gets me closer to the unique referral reward for signing up 30 friends, so that would be nice for me and the channel. So whatever, just follow your heart and all that. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.